It's Doll, Dots of Love and Light, and I just wanted to welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Sending you so much love and light. Mwah, mwah. And so much hugs and kisses too, apparently. So today in this video, I wanted to talk about a really short video about why I decided to create my YouTube channel. So, I mean, right now I'm way past university age. Ooh, yay! I'm 30. Woo! I will forever celebrate the fact that I'm 30, and that I'm 31 and 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. But I will forever be like, I'm 31. Woo! Because, like, it's just like, what? You mean to tell me I get to be 21? I mean, 31, and right now I'm 30, so I'm like, I'm celebrating that. But anyway, so I'm 30, and YouTube came out a long time ago, and I remember when I was in university, I was like, YouTube. I mean, I think a lot of people at one point or another have thought about having a YouTube channel. So in any case, I had my own thought as well that I was like, oh, let me open a YouTube channel. But I was like, yeah, I have nothing to say. Like, there is nothing I want to say. There is nothing I really care to share with the world. The idea of doing YouTube sounds super fun and I would love to do it, but I had nothing that I felt really passionate about that I wanted to say to anyone. So I never opened one, and it was cool. I was like, I was indulgent. I was a watcher. I was watching YouTube, having a good old time with YouTube. And but then I guess last year when I opened my channel, it just it made sense. It was like, okay, a channel is what I need, and pretty much the whole purpose I decided of opening a YouTube channel is that this channel is essentially to start a grassroots movement. Yep, it is a grassroots movement. What do I mean by that? I was thinking of different words in my head that I wanted to say, but really, I have this grand idea to redesign society, to redesign the way the world currently looks. I have a lot of just ideas and thoughts swimming in my head, but essentially, I came to the deep realization that I am a part of society. I am society. Society is me. And all of the things that I have the privileges and luxury of enjoying now is because my ancestors, all of my ancestors that came before me, decided to take a stand, to use their voices, to use their minds, to say, this is what I think, this is what I believe here, let's try this. And so I realized, oh yeah, I too can do it. I mean, the laws didn't come into place out of nowhere. They were created by people. We agreed to these laws. And so I realized that I too can influence our world in that way. And initially, when I first sort of had all these thoughts, because I've always been like, I studied criminal justice, so I've always been sort of into being fair, into justice, into that's where I learned about grassroots movements. I've always been interested in sort of that realm, but I never really did anything, thought about really doing anything. And so finally, yeah, I came into my own power and realized that I too can influence society. So I decided I'm going to go huge. I'm going to go big. So I'm not just talking about redesigning one aspect of society or creating a few laws in a few countries. I'm talking about I have this beautiful dream and goal where I see a day of just silence all over the world, all over the universe, a day of silence where everyone is just in tune with nature, in tune with themselves, and really silent and not doing and not being overly active and being overly stimulated, but rather a day where we can turn inwards. That's like a personal goal, a personal thought, something that excites me, that drives me. But yeah, essentially I wanted to start a grassroots movement, and I thought YouTube was a great way to do it because it allows me to introduce myself. Something for me, I really like personable people. I like to know who people are. I think it's fun. It's an experience. So I thought, well, you have all these ideas that you want to share with the world. How are you going to begin to share them? How are you even going to dissect them? Because it is a lot to really filter in my own mind, because I think that's what I was also getting at earlier, was that it's not just about redesigning one aspect, like the education system or the prison system or our political system. It's not just one system. It's really just thinking about how everything is interconnected, how everything is connected. And really thinking of everything from a holistic view and from the perspective of the entire, I like to say universe, though I'm really at the state of the planet now where I consider everything in and within the planet and really around the planet for sure as well. But as I continue to learn and go through my journey, my spiritual journey, I believe I will be more inclusive of really the whole galaxy, the whole universe, the whole everything. But for now, I'm like, okay, let's see how we can make peace between humans, animals, trees, and cubs first. Let's start there. So yes, I just have a lot of ideas of how we can address and redesign our society from a spiritual perspective. And I feel so bold and so excited to share it with the world, and to have it impact the world and impact the future and impact everything. I believe the individual has the power, and this is my way of showing it to myself, of proving it to myself, of enacting something, instead of, I was watching the Berenstain Bears the other day, and Papa Bear was running, literally watching it by myself. So awesome. I used to love it as a child when I was younger. So Papa Bear was running for politics, and then as he was running for politics, he realized, holy crap, people have a lot of things to say and a lot of things that need to be done. And so instead of running to be the mayor of the town, he decided that instead of being one of the complainers, he would support the mayor in providing solutions. And so I think one of his methods too was to get the town to help out with certain things. So I think the one of the sports field was broken. So it's like, instead of going to the mayor, the community should also play a role in organizing to get that fixed. Instead of like 10 people calling the mayor to say, can you fix this? Those 10 people can get the community together to say, let's help fix this. So essentially, instead of for me calling the mayor, or in my case, I didn't even call the mayor. I just complained in my home. I just felt bad about everything. I thought, first of all, I don't believe there's anything wrong. We'll talk about that later, but there is nothing to feel bad about. And so I thought it would be fun to use my voice to speak and impact society. And that's what my channel is for. One thing I wanted to mention is that, so it's like a multi-year project. So that's really what my YouTube is long-term. Of course, I'm not planning to stop, not anytime soon. But essentially, I just wanted to get my ideas out there. And I thought YouTube will allow me to think them through, to let them out in a video sense, and allow a space for that to be sort of documented in a clean space. Also, in addition to my YouTube channel, in order to really push this grassroots movement, I plan to go into public speaking, so that I can start speaking about these ideas and sharing them around the world. I also plan to create a website. So the website, for example, it's not up yet. It's going to be, like I said, it's a redesign of everything. So this is just me sharing my initial thought, voice. It may not be seen for another year. It may not be seen for another 2 years. It may be seen in 1 month, who knows? But certainly I'm actively working on these thoughts, on these ideas, and I'm gathering materials. And so yes, there will be a website for written materials to be gathered. There'll be YouTube to sort of, which is more personal, but get to know me and also get to know the movement. And there'll be public speaking opportunities where I love to go out and share these ideas with the world. But essentially, I have some really cool ideas about how society can work differently, and this is a huge thing, right? Because I mean, no one can ever agree, but I'm like, I'm going for it. I'm just going to create a generic space for people to come to learn about these ideas and gather support that way. And this is something, yeah, I believe every single human on this planet deserves to be positively impacted by this. And so I'm so excited. But that is why I started my channel. And it's in the very beginning stages, like beginning stages of everything. These deep realizations came for me last year, where it all just kind of fell into place for me of, okay, this is how I would like to do what I would like to do. But initially I didn't even know what I would like to do. I just knew that I wanted to help. And I am an awesome person and the perfect person to do that. Why not me? I don't believe in really life purposes, life goal, like my goal in life. So that's not really the plan here. If I were to say, I would say, yes, this is like the key thing I will be doing long term for as long as I can foresee. Different things I won't be doing, like I don't see myself doing project management long term. In the next 10-20 years, I don't see that, but I do see myself working on this grassroots till the very day I take my last breath, which is so fun. And I see myself working on this in one way or another, and if no one is listening, great. No one has to listen now. As long as they listen, it could be 100 years from now that they start listening, who knows? You don't have to get the approval of people at any point. And certainly you don't have to get it in real time. Sometimes approval comes, deep into the future when, people's minds are able to open up to what you're doing. So I figured, even if these are radical ideas about prison and, for example, not having prisons, or having a completely different way of prison, or having a completely different way of how we teach and what we teach, while these ideas may not sit well with people of this generation and they may think it's really radical, we'll check again in 100 years. I will provide that material for people so that in the future, when we're ready, we can come here and we can gather the information on what we'd like to do in a space for that information to be collected and saved. And so yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited to be here. So again, I wanted to do YouTube, didn't know what I wanted to do, and now I have something that I'm so excited about on a platform I'm so excited about. I'm excited to see, like, really, I just thought about it, like, in 5 years, like, what's gonna be happening in 5 years? Because life is just so amazing now. I'm just like, what? I was watching a video today and just like something random, and it was just like that idea of it always gets better. It's always going to be okay, and I know that. So I just feel so safe and loved, and I feel like just release the information you have inside of you, and it's really just not holding myself back so that I am completely me. And at the end of this, I can look and say, oh yeah, I did it. Like, I wanted to say something and I said it. I wanted to do this and I did it. I wanted to go here and then I did it. And then I went and then here we are. So, I just feel like I'm living me. And that's just so exciting. So, that's why I created my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. These videos are for me too. So, hey, Eva! How are you, girl? I hope you're having a good time. Okay. That was for me. The kisses are for me. To you too. Bye.